Okay, so I hope everyone is joining in. Good evening, everyone. Uh, I'm Ashil Modi from Dimensions 360. Dimensions 360 is an integrated marketing company. And first of all, I would like to thank Visamo Kids Foundation, whom I have been associated with uh, since a very, very long time. I think probably since 2012. And it's a wonderful organization, and I feel really happy and privileged um, to join in this 60th Diamond Jubilee video talk which is there, right? And thank you to Visamo Kids Foundation, the Calorix Group, and especially Sudeshna ji for calling me today. Today's topic is quite interesting that I have chosen. Okay. The topic is oxymoron in itself. The topic says that to take a giant leap, one must take a few steps back. Now, just understand the topic in a broader sense. So let us seek some examples. Now, most of the greatest and the greatest of the discoveries, the greatest of the achievements, the greatest of the inventions have been realized either by a massive setback or a massive failure, or going back to the drawing board, or both of them together. So let us take a few examples of what has happened in the past. So when I talk about giant leap, the giant leap word itself is synonymous to an iconic moment in the human history when the first man, which is Neil Armstrong, who landed on the moon uh, on his mission Apollo 11. But and he spoke about that one step for mankind, one that one small step, a giant leap for mankind. These were the iconic words by Neil Armstrong when he landed on the moon. Um, but does anyone know that Apollo 1 suffered a major failure in one of the tests they did, and the astronauts on board had to lose their lives, and NASA had to go back to the drawing board again, starting it from the scratch, and then putting manned mission to moon. The second example of the giant leap that I wanted to talk about is from the world of cricket, which we are very familiar with. We all are aware about Virat Kohli. So Virat Kohli is arguably today the world's best batsman in all forms of the game, whether it is one day cricket, T20, or Test cricket. He, in all likelihoods, will surpass Sachin Tendulkar in all records. But does anybody remember his form in 2014, where he was getting out in single digits and his career was all over the place? A lot of people predicted that Virat's team has gone out. In that moment of time, he went back to the drawing board, and guess who helped him? It was none other than the god of cricket himself, Sachin Tendulkar. He trained with Sachin for, I think, a month, 14 days to a month, where Sachin advised him not only on his cricketing abilities, but on his mental endurance, on his conduct of the game. And from there, from 2014, we very well know Virat Kohli's form, and he is legend in all rights. And the third example of the giant leap that I wanted to talk about is U.S. Special Forces, the Delta Force that we know all about. Do you know for a fact that how does an army person, a normal army person of United States Army, get selected into the elite Delta Force group? Now, arguably, if the selection process is going on, You would evaluate the strongest person, the person who has never failed, the person or the army person who has done all his operations successfully to join the special forces. But no, that's not the case. US Army has got a very super way of getting or inducting people into the special forces. If a person has never failed onto the life and who has been always successful in all the operations, they outrightly reject them. That will be surprising to all of you. They will reject them. But a person or the army person who has failed somewhere and has come back to with a lot of learning in his life, they are the people who get selected for the special forces and go um, for an absolute uh, super training that they go through. So these are some of the three examples that I wanted to give about the giant leap. The first one that I gave was of the Apollo 11 mission, um, and the subsequent and the preceding failure they had in the Apollo 1. Then of the Virat Kohli and his bad form in 2014, and of the US Special Forces. So what do I mean by giant leap? A giant leap is something that you make a change, right? You go from that incremental change to a radical change, right? That is called as a giant leap. Some of the other examples, like right from talking on the phone from your landlines to your smartphone, that's a giant leap that I'm talking about. Now, take this topic and join it together. To take a giant leap, one must take a few steps back. So, what do I mean by few steps back? By few steps back is taking a pause, taking a pause and not rushing into things when you are about to take that giant leap or make that radical change or go towards achieving your goals. Take a pause for a moment, um, because when you are in middle of what you are doing, you are rushing onto things. You do not have the time to think. The first thing is you have to take a pause and not rush in what you're doing. So when you take a pause, the second thing that you do is you see both at micro level and macro level. This is very important, because when we are in middle of something, let's say that you have any profession or any career. Let us say, for example, if you are a sports person, right, and you are playing match after match after match after match continuously, you are just thinking of the next match, you're thinking of the next match, right? Let us say, for example, you are a teacher and you are continuously teaching. You are only thinking about the next subject that you're going to teach. You are going to think about the next lecture that you are going to take, and all you see is this, like this. You're seeing the world up very close. You cannot see the whole vision. So it is very important to take a step back, to pause and see the whole vision, right? You see from a distance. So you see not only the micro level of things, but you see at a macro level, right? This will help you to see the whole picture, absolutely whole picture in front of you. Once you see the whole picture, you will realize about where and what things are going right in your plan and what things they are going wrong in your plan. You will make corrective actions and corrective steps. So there is a plan that you will make in your life for your corrective actions and your corrective steps. Now, making a plan is very important, because without a plan, you are aimlessly firing a bullet. So you have to make a solid plan of what you're going to do, what you're doing right, and you carry that right things forward, and what you're doing wrong is how you will correct it. So you make a whole plan, and for that giant leap, you implement that plan and you plan how to implement your own plan. So that is what that's the pretext of this entire conversation that I'm going to have with you today, is to take a giant leap, one must take few steps back, right? Because when you're continuously into your daily routine, daily operations, you forget to see the big picture. And my whole idea talking to you today is, don't forget the big picture in life. Now, why is it important to take few steps back? Right. So I'll repeat once more that what did I mean by a few steps back? A few steps back is to pause and not rush into things, number one. The next part is analyzing both at macro and micro level. The third part is making a a plan which encompasses all the good things that you are doing, and taking them forward, all the wrong things that you have done in the past, and how do you correct those, and what are the changes that you would like to make. That's the plan you make. And the fourth part is implementing the plan, right? So you will plan on implementing your actual plan, and that is where you take a giant leap. Now, why is it important to take few steps back when you're in a planning of a giant leap, right? And your giant leaps are going to be your radical changes that you're going to make, right? So it might be starting of a new project, it might be on starting of a new career altogether, it might be a completely changed personal avatar that you will you will take for yourselves, right? So why is it important to take few steps back while you are taking this leap? Okay, the first important point is that when you're in the middle of the routine, you will never think about anything except for the next day or the next thing that you will do. You can never see from the bird's eye perspective. You are, as I told you earlier, you're seeing things very close. You are very closed. You are just focusing on what next that I'm going to do. And that restricts creativity by itself. So you can never be creative when you're just talking about your own day-to-day life, right? When you are rushing things, when you are in the middle of things, right? You can never be creative. You cannot see the whole picture. Also, when you take a break from certain routine things in your life, you give your mind the space to think and to be more creative. Now, what do I mean by think, give a break, clear your mind, and be creative? Okay, so this is going to be very interesting. So when you're in the middle of your things, you're doing your job, uh, you're just thinking about the operational details. I'll have to now give you certain examples. Let us say, okay, so because so let's take about Visamo Kids example. If there are teachers at Visamo Kids, if they are going to think about what next topic I'm going to teach to these kids, they are just going to think about the next topic, because that is what is the focus of the mind. But when you actually take a break from that, take few steps back, then you start thinking about how do I make the life of these kids better, rather than thinking about the next lesson. That is what I'm talking about. That is the giant leap I'm talking about. To change, it's not to teach those kids is your aim, but to change the lives of those kids should be your aim. That is where you need to take a break, take that mental space, and come up with some creative ideas. The next thing that I want to talk about is incremental change versus a radical change. When you are doing when you go about your job, you make changes step by step, one change at a time. These are incremental changes that you will make, right? But what I am talking about is a radical change. A radical change is something which changes the entire landscape of your profession or your organization or a person that you are. I'm talking about that radical change, and that is the giant leap. A radical change is actually a giant leap. So Examples of a radical change are uh, the oil-based lamps or diyas to a bulb. That is an absolute radical change. Okay. Um, Talking on the phone, talking on a landline phone back in 1960s to a smartphone of today is actually your radical change. So I'm talking about this radical change that is actually the giant leap that you will actually make. Think about the computers. This is the best example that I can give it to you. Back in 1980s or the start of 1980s, we had we had these DOS based kind of computer applications which were that. So you had to type in the codes. You did not have this window or the user interface. That was a radical change that was brought in both by Macintosh and then later by Microsoft, right? Both of them, that was the radical change that I'm talking about. That is actually the giant leap, right? And for that giant leap, you need to go back to the drawing board. Think, take a few steps back, take a moment for yourself, think about the ideas, think about the larger picture, and that's when you will actually be able to change your life, your organization's life, the life of the people who are associated with you. That's what I'm talking about here. Now, interestingly, we are living in COVID times, and I have had a lot of people who have been uh, asking me and calling me, what is life after going to be after COVID? And most of the people are giving all sorts of negative comments. Sure, there is negativity around, but this also gives us an opportunity, a massive opportunity, because this has got us few steps back, and now we have the time to take that giant leap. Things we could have never thought we would accomplish, things we thought that is something which was on a back burner, could be done now, right? Which will help us to leap forward. Now, um, to all the people that I talk, I always give the Formula One example. So people who are not aware of Formula One, let me explain you how this works. So Formula One is your car racing that you actually see on the sports channel. So whenever there's an accident, a major accident between the cars, there is something called as a safety car that comes out. The safety car leads all the other cars. So all the other cars have to follow the safety cars, and they have to maintain a certain speed. They have to maintain a certain course, and they cannot overtake each other. So it's essentially everyone is like a train. So you will see a safety car, and behind all the other cars will actually start coming behind it. Now, during that safety car session, the Formula One driver talks to the pit stop where the engineers are there. They take stock of the engine, the tire pressures, the strategy, the lap timings, which in the normal course it would not have been possible to give so much of attention. All the while maintaining their engine pressure, engine tire pressure, and engine warmth as well as the tire heat. And when the safety car actually goes back to the pit lane and the Formula One cars are allowed to go, that is where exactly all the strategies are implemented. Right. So, whatever you have thought in the process while the safety car was on for 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you will implement, and the person who has the best strategy will have will have a chance to overtake others. So this is the example that I give, that we are living through COVID times and we have the finest opportunity in our life to make those changes and move forward and to be better placed. Now, what all things that a person can do in their individual lives? Okay, in individual lives, the things that you have never thought of, acquiring of new skills, both in personal front and professional front, is this is the right time to do, right? For examples, the other day, one of my relatives who is a teacher at one of the prominent schools in the state of Gujarat, she had come to visit me. And she said that these last few months have been very challenging for her because she didn't know how to use the computer. But in last 1 2 months, she is taking online lectures. She's used to all the systems and processes that is there for online examination. And she said that now she's absolutely well versed and she can do it on the own. This is the type of, so this gave her an opportunity to learn new techniques and new skills. So this is the best time that for you guys or anybody who's watching this to learn about new skills, whether it is personally, whether it is professionally. Like for example, you always wanted to learn a different language. This is the right time. You always wanted to upgrade and take a course in your professional sphere. This is the right time to do it. Change the habits that you always wanted to change. Right. This is the right time to change any of the habit that you want to actually change. Any habit, whether it is personal or professional. For example, there are habits of people who um, small habits of not taking notes, for example, and that really hampers you. This is the right time to actually take that particular habit into consideration and change that habit, because we have that particular time in our hand, right? And chart our plans out. What do I mean by chart our plans? We have never thought about how we are going to take on the future personally and professionally. This is the actual time where we um, take charge of our own life, take the right decisions, make a whole roadmap and plan of what I'm going to take the steps, because uh, after COVID is over, and I'm sure it will be in next few months, everyone will be raring to go. And who's going to be winning this particular game are the people and the organizations who have had the time, who have worked upon themselves to be more better and much better placed after this pandemic is over. For organizations, small or big, this is a fantastic time because we have got a time to step back a little, think on the processes and systems that we have been implementing, what better we can do, what better things can we actually do um, to face the eventuality in future. Take time to develop your own system and processes. This is the best time to do that, right? This will help you to make that radical change. Training and upgrading skills. In normal course of things, we could have never, we would never have had a chance to upgrade skills and do rigorous training of our employees, our colleagues, our business associate, or our manpower in general, because we would be so much in the middle of all operations. But this is the right time to actually start training in organizations, training them with different skill sets, training them for a better future. And this is the right time to empower people. Okay. If, let us say, an organization is led by one individual or couple of them at the top, this is the right time for all the leaders to start empowering the hierarchy below them so that they can take a step back, leave the regular operations to the people who they trust, and then they have the mind space to think about that giant leap that they want to make. Right. So I think I've done enough talking for the day. I'll still repeat I'll repeat my whole discussion and sum it up. So what I started with, that to take a giant leap, one must take a few steps back. So by giant leap, I always mean the radical changes that you would like to make in your life or in your organization. That is what I mean. That is what I mean by the giant leap. And why is it important to take that giant leap? Is because with those small incremental changes, you will grow only so much. But with the giant leap, you're going to grow this big, right? You're going to take it this far. So uh, what do I mean by few steps back is, do not rush in doing things. Think from both micro level as well as a macro level. Make a whole plan of the good things that are there, the bad things that you want to correct, and the new things that you want to implement. Make a plan and implement that plan. And this COVID 19 pandemic should be seen as an opportunity, because it has all taken us few steps back. So, this is the right time for organizations and individuals to learn new skills, to develop new habits, to chart out our plans, to make systems and processes, to empower the people below the hierarchy to actually make that giant leap. Because without planning, um, without having these processes, without taking few steps back, you can never leap, right? And this is the law of physics also. Just imagine when Usain Bolt is running, right? He will take a step back, when he crowd, and he'll push his leg, and then he will leap. That is what I'm talking about. Without that step back, you will never be able to take the radical growth that I'm talking about, or the giant leap that I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, that sums up my topic for the day. And I would like to thank Visamo Kids and the entire team, the fantastic team that is there at Visamo Kids, to giving me an opportunity to share this with you. And I always wanted to share something like this with you. And thank you very much. I hope that whatever short um, discussion that we have had, or my monologue, I would say, that is there, you will take some inference of it and implement that in your life. Thank you very much once again, and have a good evening. Bye bye.